Noah's 4 sons are known, but not many know of his 5th. Born to him while on the ark. This son, born in 3090 BC, was named Sceafa. Once the floodwaters receded and the family of Noah disembarked on Mount Ararat, in what is today Turkey, Sceafa began life on dry land. He grew up in Anatolia, the ancient name for the region, where his father and mother, who was a descendant of Cain, started up a successful farm. As the youngest child, Sceafa watched his elder brothers branch out and go their separate ways, infusing the blood of Noah with peoples across the globe. In time, Sceafa as well decided to head out on his own, wishing for a different life than that of a farmer. He built himself a ship made of the sturdiest of wood, kissed his mother, and hugged his father goodbye, setting sail on the ocean, letting Enlil, Sumerian, god of the wind, take him wherever he may. He drifted for weeks, these weeks turning into months, but being prepared, Sceafa was able to survive, sailing into northern Europe, coming to land on the coast of what is today Denmark. At this point in history, the country was ruled by a king named Lothar, a cruel and arrogant man who delighted in killing his subjects for the slightest offense, stealing their wealth and women, driving many of the people to flee the country for fear they too would die. Sceafa, an extraordinarily beautiful man, according to Old English and Scandinavian sources, was mistaken for a son of a god by the people. So desperate were they to be delivered from tyranny. Raised to hate cruelty in man, especially monarchs, Sceafa understood their feelings, entering their society and dwelling among them. Learning all he could about Lothar and his army, he sent word to the Jarls, asking for support if he rebelled against the king. Coming to accept the culture and faith of his adopted countrymen, he took the Old Norse version of his name, Skjoldr, and promised to free the land from Lothar's rule. By the spring of the following year, Sceafa and his band of warriors rose up against the king, fighting his forces in a harsh war of revenge, killing the hated Lothar in open battle, and crowning Sceafa king in his place. As the people hoped, the son of Noah was the total opposite of Lothar. Where Lothar was cruel, Sceafa was kind. Where he was merciless, Sceafa showed mercy, and where the former king was weak in mind to vice, Sceafa stood strong against needless money spending or pleasure seeking. One of the greatest tales of Sceafa's kingship is how he captured a bear while out hunting, using only a belt. Trusting in the gods, the king approached the animal, far larger than a normal bear, perhaps a nature spirit in disguise, and fought them with his fists, forcing the animal on their side, shocking his retainers. Sceafa tamed the bear and took them home where they grew close, the animal becoming his personal bodyguard. During his time, King Lothar enacted many illogical laws and taxes, all of which Sceafa abolished, earning the love of the common man and noble alike. He paid his soldiers well, making sure they could feed themselves and their families. He granted the Jarls many privileges, and he helped men pay their debts out of his own pocket. Having been taught the art of healing by his mother, Nama, Sceafa personally attended the sick of his court and outside his great hall, going so far as to ride miles to peasant homes to bring them remedies and comfort. After he had reigned several years, Sceafa, upon the advice of his advisors, decided to take a wife, turning his eyes to what is today Germany, requesting the hand of Alveld, daughter of the most powerful king in the region, now known as Saxony. He chose her both, for her beauty, and for the strong alliance it would grant his kingdom. But another suitor, a fellow tribesman named Skjoldr, would not willingly allow this marriage to happen, so Sceafa challenged him to single combat. The duel was fierce, Skjoldr, an impressive warrior. But he proved no match for Sceafa, the son of Noah slaying him and proving himself worthy to wed Alveld, which he did soon thereafter. The new queen bore Sceafa a son the following year, 3050 BC, whom they named Graham, and the two doted on their little boy. Sceafa reigned over his kingdom until 3020 BC, when he passed away from old age, Graham taking up the crown. Sceafa's descendants ruled for many more generations, spreading out into Norway, Sweden, and Germany. One descendant, Skjoldr, would lead his tribe, the West Saxons, to Britain in 495 AD, and through Skjoldr, Sceafa would become an ancestor of Alfred the Great, and eventually, the kings of England.